Hello, Dawn Moore at Allegiance Title Company. Today I want to use this video to make an earnest plea. I would like all of us to stop using special provisions to create additional appraisal contingencies. I see a different version of appraisal contingencies come across my desk on a daily basis. And I submit to you that the intent of those special provisions can all be affected by using the cash down payment and loan amount under the contract. These appraisal contingencies state that there may be a concern that the property not appraised for the sales price. If that is the case, then the loan amount, which that is the actual contingency, will not be approved by the lender. So what the seller is looking for is the buyer's agreement to put more cash down and reduce the loan amount so that the lender's appraisal will have less impact on the contract. That makes sense to me in this multiple offer market. However, I don't know why we put in special provisions these clauses, when in fact all we need to do is have the buyer put as much cash down under the contract as they're willing to, therefore reducing the loan amount to as low as they possibly can, and then allowing the appraisal to come in at the appraised value, and we may argue what that may be, but without putting something in special provision that red flags the property as maybe not being able to be appraised. Or two, I think when you put that special provision in there that it might not appraise and buyer will put additional cash down to go ahead and purchase the transaction, you've given permission to the appraiser to come in at a lesser value. But the buyer argues, I don't really want to put that much cash down if I don't have to. Well, let me submit to you. The loan terms that the buyer specifies in the contract does not obligate the buyer to close under those loan terms. They are simply acting as a contingency for the buyer to be able to get out of the contract if they can't get those. If, on the other hand, the buyer is able to get those loan terms, the buyer can close on any terms they want. The buyer can put more cash down at closing or less cash down at closing. They can close on any terms they choose. So, stop with the appraisal contingencies. If the seller is worried that the property won't appraise, ask the buyer to put down as much money as they possibly can, knowing that if it appraises at the sales price, they can borrow whatever the lender will allow them to. On the other hand, these appraisal contingencies that says the buyer will pay no matter what the appraisal comes in does not protect the buyer, because then they could be required to put an unlimited amount of cash down. By working with the cash down payment and the loan amount in the contract, you can affect your party's intent, as you were trying to do under special provisions. By not going to the special provisions, you don't create unintended consequences, nor do you red flag the property as not being able to be appraised, nor do you give permission to the appraiser to come in at a lower value. So work within the terms of the contract. I have seen a version of this appraisal contingency come across my desk daily for the last several weeks. Every one of them can be affected through 3A, 3B, and 4A of your contract. I hope this video has been of help to you. Please call me with any questions you may have. Allegiance is here to be your resource. I appreciate your support. Thank you.